Okay. Also, I must stress, in addition, in this dream, I also seen what you call an Egyptian ink. I would say an ink is like a cross. It's this way and it's down, then it has a cross. And then I seen something like an Egyptian tablet. And on this Egyptian tablet there was Egyptian writing, and the ink and the Egyptian tablet appeared underneath the sun, underneath the moon. So this is what I seen. Okay. So as you see here, this is the moon. It looked full, and here's the white mist that I seen next to the moon. And like I said, it had like a neck to it on the middle part, but it was bent. And then I seen the aliens, or the pyramid first formed, and I seen these three beings in them, and they appeared to have like helmets on their heads. And then lastly, I seen the ink and the Egyptian tablet, and it had a little bit of writings on it. Okay, the next number in this piece is the number 6. This piece is called Section 10, One Meteor Dream, or S10 1M TRD. In the month of December 1st, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that I was in a house, which could have been my old home at Asher Street. Next, I recall that I seen maybe 4 boxes of General Mills cereal in the kitchen. Then I attempted to take one of the 4 boxes of cereal, and I attempted to open it so I can pour it in a bowl so I could eat the cereal. But mother came in the kitchen, and she was upset that I took one of the boxes of cereal because she was saying something that she wanted the cereals not to be touched. So I more or less told her, well, I didn't even get a chance to really open up the box of cereal. Okay, but anyhow, in this dream, what I did, I gave her 2 boxes of cereal, and I took the other 2. And the 2 boxes of cereal that I noticed that I pushed to my mother, was cereals I didn't want, but the 2 boxes of cereal, instead of this time, first time was 1 box, but I shoved 2 boxes of cereal at her, and I took 2 boxes of cereal. And the 2 boxes of cereal I took was a Lucky Charm box of cereal and a box of chocolate Cocoa Puffs. Next, I looked upon myself inside a mirror, and I was bare-chested and slightly built. I grew some muscles in this dream somehow, and I bragged about how built I was to some individuals standing around me. I think I was showing my new muscles to my immediate family members. Next, I found myself in my old bedroom at Asher Street. It was gray out. I was looking out my bedroom window, which was open, and I think my wife called, I think Karen or some other female, told me to see the helicopter that's trapped in a tree. So I looked out the window, and I looked left, and I believe I seen an actual helicopter stuck in a tree. But I was able to see the metal door rim of this particular chopper. Then my eyes were suddenly off the embedded helicopter, and my eyes looked upward. I seen a tall tree branch, or possibly a small tree, whirling in the air. Then I seen something that looked like a black or dark rocket ship falling out of the sky. The big spaceship was heading towards the ground below. Then I spotted rock-sized meteors descending out of the sky at an angle. These rock-sized meteors streaked out of gray clouds, and then they landed upon the earth. Next, I seen a gigantic meteor suddenly appearing out of the gray clouds above. Then I noticed another meteor, but this one was bigger. This one was mega big, okay, and it was dark, and it fell from the middle part of the skies that were in front of me. And this bigger meteor, this mega meteor, had little other meteors on its side. And I must say, this bigger meteor was terrifying to look upon. I was in a state of shock. This thing literally came from nowhere. Okay, I thought the rock-sized meteor was like, okay, it was pretty bad, and then it kind of like another gigantic meteor, but this one was bigger than a gigantic meteor, and it really, oh my God, it really frightened me, terribly so. Then I ran out of my room saying, Jesus, Jesus, have mercy, Jesus, Lord, have mercy, Jesus, Jesus, have mercy. And I'd gone into the basement of my home at Asher Street, and then I noticed that the basement ceiling was damaged. Some kind of long brown strip was hanging from the ceiling. Next, I found myself outside, and I seen white people, black people, and Puerto Rican people running everywhere. People were trying not to get hit by one of these fallen meteors. Next, I seen a small portable radio on the ground, and I believe I heard a radio reporter on the radio mentioning something. He was mentioning something on the radio in a frantic way. He was saying something frantically, and I think he was describing on the radio about, he was describing the meteor incidents that are taking place. The male voice I heard on the radio was extremely his voice was like his voice was shaken up from the meteors, from the meteor emergency that was going on in this area. The people I seen wore long sleeve shirts. It might have been a late August or early September in this dream. Then the last things I seen from this dream was Hispanic men pushing other men, mostly black men, up against a stone wall and going in the men's pockets. Some of the Hispanic men had knives drawn on their victims. Then I recall I was standing upon a staircase. I think I was back in the basement part of my old home at Asher Street. And then I noticed a Hispanic man was approaching me. He was coming up the stairs. And then I noticed I had a butter knife in my hand. And I also noticed that this Hispanic person held some type of weapon in his hand. Then I looked down and I seen, of course, that I was holding a butter knife, so I didn't stay on top of the stairs and let the Hispanic person hurt me anyway. I think he was also carrying a knife. So I immediately took the butter knife and I more or less jabbed him on his side. I think I might have, really stabbed him, but not stabbed him deeply. Then I turned around and I seen an older black man who was skinny, and he was standing on top of the staircase. I don't know how he got into the house. And he was wearing a white t-shirt, okay, or a tank top. This black man told the Hispanic man to burn me, or he said to burn him. At this moment, I did not know if the black individual told the Hispanic person to burn me or someone else. The reason why I say this is because the black person really did not make eye contact with me when he blurted out the word burn him. Okay, so in this dream, and after the meteors had subsided, then I heard a male voice say these words behind me, and I quote. Okay, the voice said this behind me, these words behind me. Okay, this is for those who thought they had enough time to repent. So the voice was telling me that these meteors were for the people that thought they had enough time to get their soul right with God, and they put off, you know, the day that they can get right with God when they're alive and well, and, you know, see no harm coming their way. And then I must say, after this, I heard, then after the man had mentioned that these things were people that thought they had time, I began to think about my immediate family, and that they, when I wake up from this dream, that they should try to get saved after I tell them about this vision I had. And I must say also, P.S. the meteors fell from the northern part of the sky. And I also must say, before I actually seen the meteors or whatever, I heard birds chirping as if they was giving warning to, you know, other birds that something is on its way and that's going to break through the clouds. Okay, I have several drawings of what I see in this particular dream. Okay, so like I said, the first thing I took notice of, because I think my wife told me to look at the helicopter that was stuck in the tree. Okay, so this is what I see. See here, I was only able to see the metal part of the helicopter, and the helicopter is stuck in a tree. There you go. Alright, then the next thing, like I said, I seen was, could have been a branch, but if it was a branch, it was a big branch. But in retrospect, I believe that this was a tree that was literally uprooted. Okay, and as you see, this is a tree I seen whirling in the wind. And after I took notice of the tree, I spotted something that appeared to me to be a rocket ship. Okay, and so it fell out of the sky like that, and this is exactly what it looked like. This is its shape. And after the rocket, I seen, I guess, rock-sized meteors. I would say, when I say rock-sized, size of a fist. Okay, so these things was falling out from the sky, like out of angle. Okay, and like I said, then I seen a gigantic meteor. Then after I seen a gigantic meteor come out the sky, I seen an even bigger meteor, like a humongous meteor. I would say this meteor I seen from top to bottom could have been a size, I would say, of maybe of a 5 or 6 story home.